So at the very least, this means that I never have to take statistics or research methods again, right? I should be so lucky. Hey everyone, it's Jo. I'm the Kosher Ninja, and I've traded in my hiking boots for library books, and I'm in Israel doing a master's degree. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you've stopped by. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe down there and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. But right now, I just finished my first exam in some 20 years the other day, and we're going to take a look and see how that went. So I've been studying for my first exam in how many years? I don't want to think about it. Probably 20 years. Yeah, 20 years, something like that. Anyways, so tomorrow morning I have my research methods exam. Aside from my Ulpan exam, which is my Hebrew exam and which doesn't count towards my GPA, thank goodness, this is my only exam and the rest are papers. So, yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think I understand the material. I think I understand what they're looking for, and they're not looking for me to be like Albert Einstein statistician. They're trying to see if I understand the materials and how research studies work and stuff, and I hope I do. I think I do. So, yeah, I've basically tried to dedicate today to research methods, and I haven't gotten a lot of work done, but I have reviewed the stuff that I know. And so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. My bigger concern is not so much, strangely enough, not so much about the material, but it's about my tech. So my laptop is, I'm going to say about 8, maybe it's even, 8. I don't think it's quite 9 years old. Close. And my phone is 4 years old, I think. And so because this is, okay, so with this COVID thing, it's all really interesting. It's an online exam, open book, which is another reason why I'm not that concerned about the material, because I'm able to have sort of my own sort of summary that I created for this purpose with me. And I mean, theoretically, I could access my course materials on my computer, and any notes that I had made on my computer. I hope I don't need to do that, but it's possible. But like I said, my bigger concern is my tech. So, so COVID. So because it's an online exam, it's on Zoom. So we have to have our camera on our laptop open, so we have to be on Zoom on our laptop, but then we also have to have our a second camera that in my case is going to watch my workspace. It's gonna basically show my screen and my hands, and so that is kind of the setup that we need for tomorrow. And my main concern is because of the whole Zoom thing and the Wi-Fi situation, and I've been having a lot of problems with my phone service provider and data service. So I'm just praying that both my Zoom links stay open and don't crash, and my phone and my laptop don't crash. The new anxieties about exams that never existed 25 and 30 years ago. I'm not sure they would exist without COVID either. That would be interesting to know how these exams would have been without COVID. Um, but anyways, I mean, the bonus, I guess, is that I get to roll out of bed, have my breakfast, and do my exam in my pajamas. But other than that, it's a little bit nerve-wracking because there ain't no way I'm buying a new phone for this exam. So going to bed. We'll see you tomorrow. Laila tov. Well, so much for getting a good night's sleep before my exam. And by the way, it wasn't my first exam in 20 years. I forgot I did that statistics course last summer. But anyways, that was kind of more like homework. This one actually feels like it counts. But I tried to go to bed early last night to get a good night's sleep, and because there wasn't really much more I could do in terms of the material. But I was up literally half the night, most of the night, because of some weird snapping noise coming from somewhere in my ceiling, either my smoke detector or my air vents. And yeah, so now I have a headache, I'm a wreck, and I'm supposed to do an exam. So here goes nothing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, it's in. Actually, I had to do a little more than show up to pass, but I want to do more than pass. So, ay. All right. Well, it's done. It's done. It's gone. Nothing more I can do about that, but I think my tech actually survived and held me up through this thing, I hope. So that's at least one good thing. Hopefully it's actually valid. My exam result. We'll find out. I would hate to have to do that again. Okay, that wasn't so bad, was it? Speaking of doing another research methods exam, I have a couple of courses next semester that are sort of basic research type of courses, but I don't actually know. We'll see what they're like when I get there, but I just hope they're not statistics. Having said that, so the Israeli system is interesting. They have a system where you have something called moed Aleph and moed Bet for your exams, which means that basically, I suppose if you couldn't make it to the first exam for whatever reason, for the moed Aleph, but mostly as well, like if you really do badly on your exam and you think you can improve your mark, you can do it again in the moed Bet exams, which are, I guess, about a few weeks, like a month or so later. I mean, you have to get your marks first so that you can decide if you want to redo it, I guess. So, I don't want to do moed Bet. I'm done with research methods. I don't want to do it again. So the other thing about this exam was that on the weekend I met up with one of my my friends that I've met since I've been here, who is doing a master's degree down in Tel Aviv, and she mentioned that she had done an online exam some 10 years ago, actually, where they had these, like, she didn't have like two cameras, they had these like weird 365 degree cameras to see like everything that's in the room. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that we didn't have that. We just had the system that we had. So as far as I know, my tech survived, and I don't want to hear otherwise. I suppose the only way that I would hear now, I don't know how they would have let me know during the exam that my tech wasn't working. So I guess they would let me know after the fact if there was a problem. But hopefully there is no problem, and hopefully I don't have to do this again. So after the exam, my buddy had promised to take me out to celebrate that my research methods exam was over, and I hadn't even really thought about that being necessary, so I'm glad that he did. It's always important to celebrate little milestones like this, and this was kind of a big milestone. Yeah, so he was going to take me out for dinner to celebrate, and in a moment of post-exam claustrophobia, I begged him to come pick me up as soon as he could. So he literally dropped everything and came and picked me up. Took me for some vitamin D therapy with a walk on the beach, and then for sushi dinner to celebrate. And we took a jackal walk back along the beach. So Guy, don't worry, I may have traded in my hiking boots temporarily, but I haven't forgotten who I am or where I come from, and I've just forgotten to take the camera out whenever I should be taking it out. So I'm sorry, I have no pictures of jackals, but there were at least 7 or 8 that we saw, and yes, I am oblivious. I would not have probably seen any of them if it weren't for Steve telling me, look, there's a jackal, there's a jackal. They were 20 feet away from us, and I probably would have just walked right by. But I don't have pictures. Next time, I promise. Okay, yeah, I keep saying that, and I will. And thank you so much, Steve, for rescuing a horrible day and making it awesome. I hope you have a wonderful time with your fam over the next few weeks. You will be missed, but I'm sure that they're missing you a whole lot more. So I hope you have a lovely time. And yeah, my first master's exam is done. And hopefully my last research methods exam ever. So how would you celebrate your first university exam in 20 years? Or your last research methods exam ever, hopefully. Tell me about it in the comments down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up, and share with your friends, subscribe, ring the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. And for now, I can't wait to see you again next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and shalom, eh?